Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin-yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, April 19th, around 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. A 600-pound satellite is plummeting towards Earth with the chance of hitting humans. According to NASA, a defunct space satellite, yes, it is the Reuven-Ramity high-energy solar spectroscopic imager. It is returning to Earth, and according to NASA, it's happening right now as we premiere the video. Will anyone get hurt? Is there any danger? Well, yes, there is. There's a 75% chance it will crash into the ocean, and these are the flight paths where the crash may occur on land, where there is a 1 in 2,500 chance of killing someone right now. Keep calm. It's boom time. Let's get on with the weather. Severe weather brings threats to the plains and Mississippi Valley, including thunderstorms. A few strong to severe storms will be possible this evening throughout Kansas, and strong storms arrive Thursday afternoon for St. Louis. Large hail risk tonight for Oklahoma, so put your helmets on, as another chance of severe storms in southeast Nebraska on Wednesday is occurring. Let me know if you got hammered there. April cold and below normal temps could hit New England after freezing in the upper Midwest, and the full forecast is coming now. Enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms and critical fire weather in the central U.S. Scattered to severe thunderstorms with very large hail, 3-inch in diameter or larger. A couple of tornadoes and damaging wind gusts are expected late this afternoon into tonight from northeast Kansas into southwest Iowa. So heads up. Dry, gusty winds today and Thursday will bring elevated to critical fire weather across the southern Rockies, South Plains, and Central Plains. So click on your county for more information, especially about the winter storm warning happening up here in Montana and North Dakota. Now let's take a look at that severe weather threat. It's going to pop up right here Thursday, and then again, boom, right on Friday, straight across the east there, and it's going to move east and become a threat for the East Coast Saturday into Sunday. So, severe weather threat continues for the rest of the week. And let's take a look at this temperature anomaly. Do you see that purple blob? That purple blob is 14, 15 degrees below normal. And that is going to be affecting the center of the country and move east. So the entire weekend should be pretty cold for the East Coast. And that cold is going to continue into May for New England. Look at that. So it's warm. It might be warm now, but it is going to be cooling down soon. Now, the bad news is that by the end of April, take a look at this. It is going to get hot, and that is when the snowmelt is going to begin in earnest in California, flooding the South San Joaquin Valley. And that heat is going to continue through the first week of May. So it could be quite interesting what's developing. While the East Coast stays cold for all the rest of the month, the West will be warming up. Take a look at how cold it is in the East here. April 27th, 28th, 29th, April 30th, May 2nd, May 3rd. It's still not warming up in the East. Take a look at how cold it is here by May 5th. 15 degrees below normal in New England. Now, let's take a look at the snowfall totals, because it's looking like it's snowing into May for most of the northern tier states here. Here's Thursday through Friday, heavy snow in northern Minnesota and North Dakota. Say it ain't soda, but it is. Here's your Friday into Saturday, Sunday. There's the snow totals. Monday will be your fun day. A little bit of snow in New England. More snow moving into Colorado. April 25th, Wednesday, April 26th. Heavy snow hitting North Dakota. So winter is not over as the snow continues to fall. Shut up, Al. He thinks I'm making it up. Well, we're not making up the cooling on Earth. Mongolia, brutally cold winter kills livestock and leaves 80,000 children in need of aid. Our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to the people. Here we see Biamba Okar, a 12-year-old who lives with his herder parents and siblings in a Mongolian-Russian border village. A bitterly cold winter after a summer of drought has left herder families in Mongolia without livestock and facing severe food shortages, as well as struggling to afford basics such as school supplies, hygiene items, and healthcare. It's apparently a sad state in these regions. Also, we have low temperature records falling down under. Put another shrimp on the barbie. April snowstorm closes roads in Kazakhstan, and Europe braces for a late season Arctic outbreak. Let's take a look at that. There it is. That's going to be coming soon and smashing the UK here starting April 24th, 25th. Look at that. Cold. And that is quite bold. That's going to be moving all the way down into Europe there. And with that, guess what that means? It's going to bring snow. Snow to the Alps and snow to the UK. It looks like the snow will start flying Sunday into Monday for the UK, with a little bit more snow Thursday and Friday of next week. So winter is not over in the UK or the Alps, as it appears as if up to 100 centimeters will fall through the 1st of May. Magnitude 5.3 quake strikes Mexico. Thankfully, there are no major damage or injuries reported. We also have some interesting quakes happening today. The USGS reported a 4.5 magnitude earthquake hundreds of miles off the Carolina coast. That is in a very bizarre region. Could have something to do with the continental shelf. Now, if it was a collapse or a turbidity current, we could have seen an ensuing tsunami move towards Africa, but apparently that didn't happen. Often when we see earthquakes of this magnitude, it's due to an explosive test, typically happening offshore of Florida. This could be a nuke test, but I do digress. It's saying it's 10 kilometers and, in fact, an earthquake on the continental shelf. There's that quake in Mexico. We also have a 6.3 magnitude in Papua New Guinea. No reports of damage there either. More activity in Kamchatka here in Russia, a 5.1. This could be more lava charging those volcanoes near Shevalush. And a rumbler off the coast of Greenland at 4.5. That activity in Iceland has since calmed down since yesterday, and there are no other quakes of note. Some frac quakes here in Oklahoma, and it looks like a 2.8 in the Wilderness Rim in Washington. Is that by a volcano? Let's take a look. There could be an uptick here. Boom. It is on the volcanic arc, and there, in fact, is probably Mount Rainier. Not in close enough proximity to be anything of significance to that volcanic complex. Let's go over to the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network. And the Pacific Northwest Seismic Network will reveal if there is any uptick. And it looks like Rainier, in fact, does have an uptick in earthquakes. 33 earthquakes in the last 30 days. A few clusters here. St. Helens also, 16 earthquakes in the last 30 days. That's not at a high level. We've seen as many as 30 or 40 there with normal background activity. 4 quakes at Hood, 5 in the last 30 days, and all is looking quiet. The Sisters has the highest probability of erupting. As we know, magma has been in place there, and we're waiting for the uptick to occur. Obviously not happening now. So Rainier has the highest probability of erupting based on the earthquake data. So we're keeping a close eye on all that activity so you don't have to. Worldwide volcano news update. Sabancaya to 25,000 foot today. Popo to 21,000. Dukono to 23,000. And we also have Santo Huito Fuego, Kluchiskov, and Popo puffing and passing. Nothing significant. We do have some activity from Shevalush, only to 14,000 feet, which means that is back to normal activity. Quick look at the space weather news. We do have sunspots facing Earth. They are not flaring. Nothing is flaring. All is quiet on the sun. We do have a 3-day geomagnetic forecast potentially to get into KP 4 or 5, which is low-level geomagnetic instability. And this is due to some stealth CMEs headed our way. Now let's get back to the 600-pound satellite plummeting toward Earth with a chance of hitting humans. A NASA satellite that observes solar flares and helps scientists understand the sun's powerful bursts of energy will fall to Earth in just moments. Almost 21 years after it was launched, the retired Reuven Ramtey High-Energy Solar Spectroscopic Imager, or RESI spacecraft, which launched in 2002 and was decommissioned in 2018, is expected to re-enter Earth's atmosphere now at approximately 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 Mountain Time, according to NASA. The agency expects most of the 660-pound spacecraft to burn up as it travels through the atmosphere, but some components are expected to survive re-entry. The risk of harm coming to anyone on Earth as a result of the re-entry is quite low, but a statistic has been provided. Approximately 1 in 2,467 chance that humans could be injured. The spacecraft was equipped with an imaging spectrometer, which recorded the sun's X-rays and gamma rays from its former perch in low Earth orbit. And now it is coming to a fiery conclusion. Where could NASA's satellite crash tonight? We're anywhere along those white orbit paths. Those will be the passes when re-entry is possible. Now, thankfully, there is a 75% chance it will crash into the ocean. Those are the blue circles. But there is a limited chance it will crash on Earth, 25% on land. And there's a 1 in 2,500 chance of it killing someone. So this could be big news breaking now as the video is premiering. Now, the cause of the green laser lights spotted over Mount Fuji have been confirmed. No, it's not aliens. The same laser lights were spotted over Hawaii just a few months ago. If we had a dime for how many times green lasers falling from the sky have been caught on camera in the last 6 months, well, we would have 2 dimes, which is not much, but it's weird that it happened twice. Just a few months back was a report on a matrix-like glitch that was caught over the summit of Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Now, footage from over Mount Fuji in Japan caught last year show something similar. Let's take a look at the weird green lights. Pew, pew. They look like laser beams. Little laser beams. Pew, pew. Pew, pew. There's a replay. We would have never guessed. Pew, pew. So these are not gray aliens shooting green lasers down at us on the surface. This is a 3D imager from a satellite. Pretty fantastic. The satellite in question is NASA's ICE-SAT-2, or Ice Cloud and Land Elevation Satellite 2. While the acronym might not be the best, it should be more like the Laser Sat-2. The science observation that it carries out are pretty awesome. It can shoot 10,000 laser pulses a second with about 20 trillion photons leaving the spacecraft. About a dozen come back, but those are enough to measure the elevation of ice sheets, glaciers, and sea ice in exquisite detail. ICESat-2 can also measure the heights of forests, lakes, urban areas, and cloud cover. So, if you wondered what the green lasers were, well, now you know. Who knew? Now you do. Mount Vesuvius buried Pompeii, but it incinerated the people of Herculaneum. And now we know why. It's all about temperature. The people of Herculaneum were consumed by a nuée ardente, or a pyroclastic flow, and they were vaporized. Whereas the people of Pompeii were instantly covered in ash and preserved as casts and fossilized instantaneously. So while one group of people in closer proximity to the mountain were vaporized, another group were buried and fossilized. That is some fantastic science, and we will link all of the articles below the video like we always do. Now, we were talking about food shortages in the Mongolian region, but now there is a global rice shortage. Global, not regional. And it's set to be the biggest shortage in 20 years. Rice production for 2023 is set to log its largest shortfall in 2 decades, according to Fitch Solutions. At the global level, the most evident impact of the global rice deficit has been, and still is, decades-high prices, according to Fitch Solutions. And commodities analyst Charles Hart told NBC, there is a strained supply of rice as a result of the ongoing war in Ukraine, as well as weather woes in rice production economies like China and Pakistan. So global rice shortage is set to be the biggest in 20 years. I hope you've stocked up. Now, most of you listening have been Facebook users in the past, and there's free cash if you want to pick it up, and it's coming to you. We're going to tell you how to claim your free cash right now. Facebook earned more than $110 billion last year by selling advertisements targeted at its users. But now Facebook users have the chance to collect something back. A federal judge has tentatively approved an agreement between Facebook's parent company, Meta, and lawyers for the U.S. Facebook users to settle multiple class action lawsuits brought in the wake of the Cambridge Analytica scandal of 2018. Now, Meta denies the allegations that it shared user data with third parties without permission, but nevertheless agreed to pay almost $1 billion to fund a settlement in the case. Yeah, I don't think if you didn't do anything wrong, you'd shell out $725 million because you were in the right. So clearly, Meta is a scumbag company like the rest that is selling their soul to the devil. But this is a chance for an estimated 240 million U.S. Facebook users to file a claim on how many years you spent on Facebook and were getting screwed. The proposed settlement gives 25% of the fund to the attorneys and the rest go to us. So maybe don't tell your friends about this. The less of us that sign up, the more money we get. And here's all you need to know about the proposed settlement. You just have to, well, who can file claims? Anyone who was in the United States and had a Facebook account on the network between May 22nd, 2007 and December 22nd, 2022. That's a long time. And most of you listening probably had an account on Facebook, and you're entitled to recover money. All you have to do is file, and you fill out a form online by clicking on that link. That's it. You fill out this form, and you're done. That's how short it is. You have until August 25th of this year to do it, but I suggest you get started. And let's screw over Zuckerberg one more time. Now, you know who else is getting screwed over? New Yorkers. It's one of the most dangerous cities in the world, and it has everything to do with the elected officials that continue to be elected, including Alvin Bragg. Did you know that suspected felons have walked free half of the cases in New York since Alvin Bragg took office? Yeah, I wonder why it's so dangerous. That's double the rate in 2018. As New York's lax bail laws allow the city's worst criminals to roam the streets and to terrorize you. Well, the citizens will only put up with this so much. And just like the last time crime got bad in New York, they elected someone that would do something about it. So please go to the polls and change the paradigm in your region. We've launched a new platform over here, 5.me, where you can ask Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, and Diamond any question you want. You can start a conversation thread, ask a question, share an experience, or just get feedback. It is free to ask. Just click on the button, sign up. You can upgrade your membership to premium. All premium members get access to me once a month in a live Zoom call that we all agree upon. So monthly group Zoom with other premium members. Our first group Zoom was awesome. And, well, if you're interested, please get involved. It's a great way to not be confused, to have instant access to me, answer your questions, or just a live chat with me on a monthly basis. So please become a free member and consider becoming a paid premium member over at 5.me/diamond. And that's a boom to knowledge. Thanks for watching the video. We are shadow banned, so we need you all to share this video in order for the channel to grow. We love each and every one of you. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. I'm sure many of you have stockpiled rice when it was cheap, and now it may be getting more expensive. So peace of mind does not make you crazy. It makes you savvy. Smash that thumbs up and be safe. We love you. And that is a boom.